these big brave pants riding with ease.
Okay, here we are again with our tales from the Hayloft in our lovely Big Brave Pants headquarters here at Larkley's Equestrian. Very lucky to be here. And tonight we have another lovely guest for you. This is Vicky Kirkcaldy. I've just been stressing over saying that. Yes, nailed
Said
it.
it right.
Nailed it. And this is going to be really exciting for me because I literally don't know anything about you, Vicky.
No, we've just met tonight, haven't we?
Yes, we have. So it's going to be lovely learning all about you and all about your horsey journey. So like with everybody, we really want to sort of go right back to the beginning. When did you first fall in love with horses? Did you come from a horsey family?
No, not really. I wasn't really interested, to be honest. I wanted to do ice skating.
Oh.
So we had an ice rink in Southampton at the time, and I thought I was going to be the next Torvill and Dean because it was the time they were winning Olympic medals, and there was Robin Cousins, and I wasn't as good as I thought I was. That was harder, much harder than I thought. And one of my friends at school, she wanted to go horse riding, and she wouldn't go by herself. And my mum was friends with her mum, and she said, "Oh, you can go with her." I was not really that interested. I liked horses. I'd pet them in fields and feed them over the fence. You're obviously not supposed to do that now, but at the time, I must admit, I was that kid that was grabbing grass and feeding horses over the fence. And I suppose I was 8 or 9 when we went to little tiny riding school, not like you get now. They must have had about maybe 10 ponies and just did lessons on a Saturday. Maybe they did some during the week, but I don't know. I never
Was
went
that
to it.
local as well?
Winchester way, so Colton Common sort of way. And my friend who wanted to go, she gave up after about 4 lessons, and 40 years on, still riding. So backfired quite a lot. So that's how I learnt to ride. Literally every weekend, pay for a pony day during the summer holidays, that kind of thing. And my parents liked horses, but we lived in the city, we couldn't have a horse. And then when I was about 12 or 13, I got a horse. And we spent about a year looking for the right horse, because although they didn't, to be fair to them, although they didn't know anything at all, they were willing to be guided by people, and we had a strict budget and stuff. And I had a lovely instructor who was very sort of helpful in coming up with suggestions and what would work. I was quite adamant I wouldn't sell it. So I was quite tall at that age, so it was agreed that it could be maybe like 15.2, which sounds big for a 12-year-old. I don't really know what everyone was thinking, but anyway. So she was a polo pony, ex-polo pony, and she was thoroughbred. But people hate thoroughbreds.
My first horse was a thoroughbred, and I loved him.
And she was sharp, but because they've broken in early, she'd done a lot. She was easy to handle. Yes, there was some things we had to learn together, and there were obviously hiccups along the way. But fundamentally, I had her till she was 29. So she was great. Never reliable enough to do anything very successfully. She'd have a go. To be fair to her, we'd hack. She'd hack anywhere. We'd jump. Dressage wasn't really her thing, bless her. But I didn't have transport or anything, so we went to the shows you could hack to. But you can't do that now. There's not really any way you can hack.
No,
it's
to
funny,
a show, because a lot
actually.
of people have said that they hack to the shows.
I used to hack with my friends. We had
backpack on.
Backpack on. And but there were little tiny shows in fields. Someone would have a show, and you'd win like biscuits, and only like the top couple of people would get a rosette. But that didn't matter because you'd had a nice day out. So that's where it started.
And how old was she when you bought her?
I think she was 5 or 6.
Oh, so you had her a really long time.
Yeah. I had her like 24, 25 years.
Wow.
And then when I was about I'm a bit hazy on the ages. I'm going to say 20. I was working and I decided I wanted to buy something to break in.
Right.
And I bought this coloured cob because I thought I would start with, have something that's sensible. And I got her when she was 3. We did some in-hand showing because I wanted her to see stuff. And bought a trailer because I could drive by that point. I must have been about 20, so I had a trailer. Well, it was like this pony had read the rule book. She knew everything. She was so easy to break in.
That's good.
It just, she was just really, really good. And I always I thought, right, okay, I tried to equip myself with all this stuff that could go wrong. No, she was really easy. And I ended up, she wasn't really for me. She was lovely. She was a traditional black and white cob.
Yeah.
Kind of before it was fashionable to have a traditional black and white cob. And I will admit, I fully clipped her. The legs came
I
off.
would do that with a cob as well, but it's not.
The
it's
mane
frowned
came
on,
off.
isn't it?
Yeah. Tail nice and short.
Yeah.
She looked like a show cob. I like that. I don't like a lot of feather. And so I did that. She was so easy, but she just wasn't for me. And I've got quite a thing about how you've got to have a horse that it's a relationship, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
I don't kind of feel you should make them fit you or you fit them too much. There's a
But
learning curve.
someone ends up a bit miserable, I think, if you try too hard in that situation.
And I sold her to a lovely girl who was probably about 14 or 15, who kept her entire life. The pony was called Tiffany. She died a couple of years ago now. She's, I don't know, 25 or so. But Emma, who bought her, then became a hoof trimmer and is still trimming one of mine now. So it's gone full circle. And she had a lovely life with her. Couldn't have asked for anything better. So and Emma adored her. It was her horse of a lifetime. So it was the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then then I had children, and it became their ponies. My son briefly had a pony. Not really interested. Not really interested at all. He had a little Shetland. Well,
is he the oldest?
No, he's younger.
The younger one.
So my daughter was interested. We had a little grey New Forest for her, which was fine on the lead rein, but then was awkward off the lead rein. So we ended up selling her. And we had a little Dartmoor that ended up getting retired. He wasn't quite right in his back after a little while.
I love the look of Dartmoors. They're so
cute,
lovely.
He was so
muzzles
cute. So cute. And she'd lost a bit of confidence trying to canter, and we got the mighty Clovis, who is he is New Forest, and he is an absolute star. He is, I would say the best pony ever. He's 32 now. He is retired now. Someone from Pony Club rung me up when my daughter had lost a bit of confidence and said, Clovis is going to be for sale after Romsey show. He was doing a display from Frozen as part of Romsey show. He's going to be for sale after that. You need him. I was like, I'm not looking. I'm not wanting to buy it. 13.1 was a bit big for my daughter at the time. I was like, no, I'm not looking to. And she said, come over next Sunday then. I was like, no, I don't really want to. But we did. We went over, and he was in a bad mood because he'd been kept in, ready for us. And I'd seen him around, and he's bright bay New Forest pony. I'd never asked his age. I'd never even thought to ask his age, because you don't just talk to people and ask their pony's ages.
I do, but the full details of every pony I meet.
So I, in my head, I thought he's probably, 12. He was 21.
Oh, bless him.
And I thought, I don't want to buy a 21-year-old. That's silly, isn't it? Why would you buy? And a couple of people sort of said to me, don't touch a 21-year-old. There's no point in having it vetted, because what 21-year-old's they're gonna find stuff because it's 21. Anyway, so I didn't listen to them. the lady that was selling it, she said, "Oh, have him on loan. Have him on loan for like 4 weeks. See how you get on." She said, "I guarantee you would have bought him before then." Yeah, she wasn't wrong. So he is the perfect pony in the fact of he absolutely can read anybody. So for kids unhappy, he will do exactly what they need. He's voice activated, so I can say he knows where the letters are. So you can say countering that. Kid gets unbalanced, he'll come back to trot. He'll let them sort themselves out, carry on. When their kids get a bit older and bossier and don't ride properly, he suddenly goes, "Oi, yeah, come on, you need to ask me to do something properly." He is brilliant.
I think he
absolutely
is
amazing.
a proper legend of a pony.
Yes,
isn't
he is. We've had, since when my daughter outgrew him, more in what I would allow him to do, because he is older and he's honest, and you could take him out now and ask him to do a round at 90 and he'd have a crack, and that's not fair to him.
No.
So we literally, I sort of said, once he's getting to the stage where you want to do higher than I'm happy for him to do, we literally had queues of people through Pony Club. Can we have him? Can we borrow him? Can we? And he has helped so many people in the same situation. I've had people that are nervous at shows and they've fallen off their pony and they're crying. I'm like, get on him. You take him round, and he will. He will.
Oh, what a lovely pony.
He's a really, really good boy. But since he's retired, he's just become feral. He just don't care.
He's earned the right.
Do you think he misses doing the work?
He misses going different places. And yeah, I think he's really keen to go somewhere different. I think he misses that because he used to go out all the time. He has literally gone. I mean, I'm a bit naughty when I don't necessarily have them tied up all the time. They don't wander too far. He will eat anything. So I do spend an awful lot of time going, "What's in your mouth?" And then with my arm in his mouth, hoiking stuff out.
I feel like he's the sort of pony that goes, "Ah."
He'll stop chewing, and like a dog, and they just stop chewing.
Yeah.
Like, what have you got this time? Anything goes in. But he is a really good boy, and my daughter did veteran showing with him, and he never quite qualified for Olympia. He kept being a point off, and we were just gutted he never quite made it.
Travesty.
It's really difficult. The qualifications are, he'd win his class, his age category every time, and then they do a championship between, like, his age was like 25 to death. And then there's like 20 to 25 and 15 to 20. And they do a championship of those three.
Which is not very level playing field, is it?
And it's really difficult for someone that's 29 to beat a lovely horse at 16 or 17.
Yeah.
They aren't, and that is why you don't get...
So I wouldn't call a 16, 17-year-old a veteran.
Well,
No.
But this is the thing, and that's... But we had some really lovely experiences. He did Royal Windsor, which was... We got the photo by the river.
Yeah.
I wasn't paid for the official one. I was taking my own, but we've had some really nice sort of big show experiences with him, and he's just been he's been amazing, and he is now just a pet. But yeah, he's just one of those ponies that's a really good boy, and everyone loves him. All horses love him. I assume he's just a nice person.
Yeah.
But all horses, even, we've been told on various yards, that horse has to have grids up and it can't talk to anyone. They love Clovis. He's just, I think he's very chilled. He's very kind.
What is his breeding then?
He's bred by Jenny Tillier. He's a Manor Boy of Harran pony. Interesting, he could have PSSM. but you know, it's all in his bloodline.
Yeah.
Doesn't present in him, and
No.
obviously never had any point of having him tested. At one point, he lived with one of his half brothers, and they were just so similar.
Really.
Really, really lovely. Yeah, and he's just a nice chap to have around.
How lovely.
Yeah, he's one of his little sharers. She was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9 when she had him. Again, another child that was quite nervous, and she got braver. She got to start liking jumping, and I'd cap him at sort of 70 because of his age. And her mum, well, she had 2 goals in life, Holly. She wanted to win a hoof pick with a brush on it. That was, but it had to be won. It couldn't be bought. It had to be won. Quite hard to find competitions.
I think I've taught this Holly that Hersley
could well be the same child. Anyway, she did eventually manage to find a competition, won it, got this hoop pick with a brush on. And then I was like, oh, you've achieved your aim now, Holly, that's it. And she's like, I want a sash. I was like,
yes. We all want a sash.
I said, well, you never know. One day maybe you'll win a sash. Anyway, she, her mum said to me, there's a show for the under 10s, show jumping show, but for under 10s. She said, there's a Chase Me Charlie, and the prize is a sash. Holly wants to enter. Would you consider letting him jump over 70? And we're like, yeah, be fine, because it's under 10s. How high can it go? Yeah, you want it on 120.
120? Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
He was like 26.
Wow.
And he did
I thought you were going to say a metre or at most.
No.
120.
And he did it all out of his same little like canter, like a little rocking horse. He didn't speed up.
How big is he?
13.1.
Good Lord. Didn't go under it there. He didn't actually go over.
No, it was just this steady little canter, like he was going to do 60.
Gosh.
She got a sash though, so.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's the kind of pony he is. So we're absolutely spoilt with him. He loves going to a stay away show. He's just easy. And then we got Annie, and Annie was also New Forest.
And then we got Annie.
And Annie is stubborn. She's 17 now. She's now a good girl. We got her when she was 8. From a lady I met at a show that I was just talking to, and she was like, oh yeah, I've got one at home that we haven't really done much with. Anyway, then sort of she was advertising again later, and yeah, we sort of became friends, and I was like, oh, I'll have her on loan. And perfectly bomb-proof pony, nappy, like you wouldn't believe, wouldn't go forward, incredibly nappy. So the idea was, she's 14 hands, so the idea was that Frankie would move on to her.
Yeah.
I think at one point we hoped she might do some eventing, but she never has. And Frankie would hack her out, and she'd get halfway up the road, or like at some point she'd ring me, we can't go in any direction, she's planted, we're not going anywhere. So now I'd have to either run or drive wherever we were for me. And then the pony would see me and move. I didn't do anything, I'd just turn up, that would be sufficient. So we sort of went through, and in the school she didn't canter, wouldn't canter at all. Yeah, wouldn't canter. Because she came over to you for a couple of clinics and things. And we did get her cantering.
She eventually cantered.
Yeah.
She just was
Stubborn,
but probably was finding it, in those days, probably finding it hard.
Yeah, she found it. I mean, basically, she was 8 when she started doing any work.
Right.
She'd been stopped and started a number of times, basically through her own poor behaviour. And she didn't do. It was just stubbornness, just not going anywhere, just being awkward. So we had everything checked. We had her checked for PSSM because again, could have been in her bloodline. No, completely clear.
Just remind me again what PSSM is.
So it's something that's it's a little, I can't remember quite what it stands for.
Something like polysaccharide, something.
Myopathy.
They can't process sugars. Probably,
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
and it sort of presents as a bit like azoturia, I think, doesn't it? They sort of tie up.
Right.
You can manage it, but it is in certain bloodlines in New Forest ponies and
Right,
other
okay.
breeds, to be
Yeah.
honest. New Forest, they've done quite a lot to sort of extinguish it from the
You've
bloodline.
seen that there's a lot of posts at the moment because somehow one of the stallions
Yes, I
was
can't remember.
falsely tested and
Oh,
Yeah.
actually has got it. So there's
Right.
and has presumably managed to pass it on to some horses, but obviously people won't have tested them because they were
Right.
supposed to.
Because you assumed that.
So it's all a bit in the. I say in the news.
Yeah.
In the New Forest
Yes.
news.
Right.
Which is all that matters, really.
Yes,
isn't it?
exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, she doesn't. She just. I think fundamentally she just had never learnt fun,
Right.
and so we ended up taking her hunting, and she found fun. She found going forwards.
Yeah.
And just literally sending her forward and getting her to canter around, and actually she just found the fun. Now she is the most forward horse you could imagine.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's been quite a challenge.
It's interesting though, isn't it? Because, like, you know, I know you said she sort of has been stopped and started because, you know, whoever had her perhaps wasn't prepared to go down that route of working out why she was being like it. Because it's like we've talked about this before, you know, don't necessarily feel like horses do a bad behaviour or are, you know, but it's just sort of trying to find that button or find that thing that is causing the issue. Is it a pain issue? Is it a not understanding the question issue? What is it? She's not having fun, and actually just by doing that simple thing of taking her hunting, for some ponies it really does actually, that sort of whole like, oh actually this is actually really quite good, I quite enjoy this, and then it sort of
I think years ago more horses would have gone hunting.
Yeah.
And they always used to say, take them hunting. And it does work.
I think
for a
it
lot.
does work for a lot that
Some
aren't
it might
forward.
push over the edge.
Yeah, but
too forward.
yeah, I think it's not for everyone. And I mean, we're not hunting her now. She's hunted a lot. I quarry for the hunt, so it's kind of like messed up thinking in the fact I was then paying for my daughter to chase me, and I was like, that's
quite scary.
Yeah, I mean,
It could just chase you all the time.
I was like, look, we'll just go around the field.
Yeah.
We won't be paying. I mean, that's a psychologist would have something to talk about with that. That's got to be some kind of really messed up thinking. So we took her hunting. It changed her whole outlook on everything, and just getting that forward. But once you create the forward, then we had to bring it back for the schooling.
Yeah.
And actually get back from because otherwise we slightly had a bit of a wall of death situation in the arenas. So then we had to bring it back. So you sort of solve one problem, create another.
Yeah.
But we've had a lot of help. You learn a lot. Each horse you learn something new from, don't you?
Yes.
And she's really good now. She's very good. We've got her up to medium. Hopefully, if we can get the changes a bit more reliable, she'll make it out at advanced medium.
That's my aim as well.
Yeah,
it's quite a big step, I think.
It is. It's just getting those changes really for her. She's all right on the. I mean, this is my daughter riding her.
Yeah.
If I'm not allowed to school her. I'm not allowed to school her because I push all the buttons at once, and the pony just stands there and is like, "Make up your mind. Why are you asking?" I hack. I'm trusted with hacking, but yeah, there's too many. I forget the aids for. I mean, I can obviously manage walk, trot, and canter. I'm away with those, but it's when we're doing Trevor and Rember and all of this, and I'm suddenly like, what's my weight in that stirrup? And I'm just, you can tell the ponies, her ears are like virtually circling because she's like, what hell are you asking? You've asked all the things. And I don't know. Yeah. So she just stops and just like waits for me to make a decision as to what I was properly asking.
I'm just going to sit down.
Yeah. and you just come up with. Yeah. And I can tell she's not being naughty. She's just confused by it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of I've never went to that level of doing anything, so that's not my skill set. But yeah, she's been really good. I mean, we do, again, she's allowed to free rein a bit. Both of them are talked to like in full sentences and are really good on their words. Really good. And we took her, where do we take? And we do, as I say, we do stupid things. So because Clovis had retired and we hadn't got to Olympia, London, whatever it's called now, but still call it Olympia. Frankie decides we need to go to Horse of the Year show. She's like, we should qualify for Horse of the Year show. I'm like, right. And she said, the show at Hartbury, we can qualify Annie. She can do like Search for the Star, we'll qualify her and she'll go to Hoys. So I'm like, yeah. Annie's never done a showing class, but yeah, she's good at dressage. She's not very fast. This will be fine. So we took her to Hartbury. This was probably this time, sort of Easter time last year. We'd gone, we went the night before because the class was like 8 o'clock in the morning, and Frankie is not a morning person. I was like, I'm not getting up at like,
It's pretty early.
Yeah, we're not getting up. We're going the night before. But I think she'd been at work, so we didn't get there till late in the evening, and everyone else had finished.
Yeah.
So then we have to like figure out how to put these lights on in these indoor stables, and Annie doesn't like staying away from home either. This is the other problem. Because Annie is Queen Bee, and all the other horses aren't allowed to look at her.
I can imagine Freya being.
Yeah, she's like, they aren't allowed to look at me. She's really, so she's.
Freya would like glare at them all like.
we literally used to have them in this barn. I said to you earlier, it was like a threshing barn. So it hadn't originally been designed for horses. So the walkway along the middle was quite narrow. Like you could lead a horse, but you couldn't push a wheelbarrow, that kind of thing, but not very wide. So all the horses had to learn to put their heads in.
Okay.
Just because you don't want someone touching you as you walk past. That's a recipe for disaster. Unless Annie was going past, she would stop. Unless that horse was pressed to the back wall of their stable like Scooby-Doo, she won't go past. And they all sort of got to know. You just see these she's only 14 hands, and you see these various big horses all like pinned to the wall. And she's like, yeah, you could do that. So that's the kind of power she likes. So we not only had this in these indoor stables. So we then got her ready in the morning, quite a lot in the class. She normally goes in the arena by herself. She normally does dressage by herself. So, but she's done the point to point. She's done hunting. A lot of horses, probably a race, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she cracks on quite well. She's overtaking. She's doing quite well. As far as she's concerned, she's overtaken quite a few. So she's quite proud of herself. And I can see Frankie's just smiling. And also, I can see she can't really stop. But she's just like smiling and pretending it's fine and that this was exactly what she wanted. This is exactly how we were going. And anyway, so they pulled them in any order, so that was fine. And did their individual show, and there was a couple of jumps. It was some kind of working, I can't remember what the class was called. Not working hunter, but it was like that. Annie stopped at the jump, looked at the jump, they were like tiny. And she looked at us and said, never seen such a thing. Like, never seen. She sort of looks around herself for some comedy value of like, but what are the chances? Anyway, so wouldn't go near the jump. Did the rest of the show beautifully. She came last with 0. They didn't even, which seemed a bit unfair because she actually had done some of the show. I mean, okay, she didn't do the jumps. I didn't feel she deserved 0. I felt she got some point. I mean, wasn't going to argue it because we were going to be last, so it kind of didn't matter. And we came back, and we just found it funny because when you go so really, badly,
because quite often children
just
come out of that sort of thing and cry.
Yeah, she was 18, so
True.
it's not
true.
Yeah, so we just looked at each other and we're just like, that was a mistake, wasn't it? And we're sort of loading all the stuff into the trailer to go home, and we've always got this wheelie bin with us. It's like we're moving bodies, but it's because we soak hay, and the wheelie bin's quite handy. And also, I'm too tight to put shavings in at a show and leave them. I am taking them home, and I will be taking them home in my wheelie bin. I'm not wasting that tenner.
No.
So I'm taking them.
It's not very. I always tell myself it's not very good for the environment because they get chucked on a muck heap as well. So I'm saving the planet when I'm tight as well.
Taking them. So we came out of this. I don't know what I had gathered in my arms, like rugs and stuff. But Frankie's then got the pony. She's dragging the wheelie bin and dragging something else all in one go. We're cross with her because Annie's now just wants to go and see stuff over there. She's just here for the party now.
Yeah.
And some woman very polite, she goes, "Oh, have you had a good day?" And Frankie's like, "No, not really. We're going home now." And we start loading stuff in the trailer. And I go, "Nah, don't fancy going in the trailer today." And I just looked at her. I said, "No one's happy with you. You need to get in that trailer and think about your life choices." And she looks at me, she said, "Oh yeah, okay." And that's how we load her.
I think they get the vibe, don't they?
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, just now. Just get in. Seriously. So she does do things like that. But we've done all sorts of. Yeah, so Frankie decided we're not from the New Forest. They're up in Winchester.
Right. Okay.
So Frankie was inspired when she was a bit younger to do point to point. Peggy, I think, had done the point to point, hadn't she? A couple of times.
She did it a couple of times on those two chestnut ponies.
Yeah. She did it. A couple of other friends had done it. My daughter decides she wants to do it, which is fine. So she did she was going to do I think she was about 15 or 16, whatever the last age for children's races. Yeah. And she decided we were going to do it. This is one of them. But we don't live on the forest. So, we had to get the pony fit. She's been for some hacks on the forest. Pony did originally come from like Exbury type way. So she is familiar with the forest. But saying that, she has zero common sense about where there might be a bog or anything. And my daughter's got no sense of direction. She's got no sense of direction at home. So I was like, this doesn't sound a great idea. She's like, no, it'll be fine, because what I'll do is I'll just follow people, so it'll be fine. I was like, no, we need to have some practices on the forest. And I think our worst practice was why I thought Christmas Eve was the day to go, I don't know. I finished work at lunchtime because it gets dark. It's like the shortest day near enough, isn't it? We came down and I said, we went over to near Longdown, and I said, right, you go for a loop, I'll go for a run. Okay. And I sort of explained to her where to go. I said, we'll meet back here. So I said, well, she should be back by now. Then I get a phone call. Which side of the railway line am I supposed to be? I'm like, what railway line? And she's like, so I went under a bridge. I was like, right. And she said, then I turned one way. I was like, which way? Oh, I don't know.
Oh, God.
And literally, Christmas Eve in the dark, I'm driving around trying to find her.
Oh, no.
Just because she's got lost. So I was like, we did find her. So, yeah, that wasn't great. And no one was happy with us being late home on Christmas Eve.
No.
It hadn't gone well. Especially as, I don't think it was on Boxing Day that year. I think it was like the day after Boxing Day for some reason. Maybe it was a Sunday.
I think sometimes it is, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah.
I feel it wasn't, because then I made everyone go for a walk on Boxing Day when we knew roughly where the route was. And a number of people walked in the bog and got quite muddy and quite cross about it. So the whole experience wasn't great.
So did you only do it once?
No. So she did it that year. She came fourth. Then the next year.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no, she was really happy. She did really well.
Yeah.
Had the pony really fit. The next year, she decided she'd do it, but she ended up was an adult, and her birthday, she was basically 4 days the wrong side.
Okay. Right. Yeah.
And So there are a couple of things we hadn't. So that's 3 miles rather than 1.5.
Yeah, quite a big difference.
Quite a big difference. Yeah, that was fine. She had the pony so fit. We were quite happy with that. Also, seemed to be a lot of people in it. When she started, it was like 12 odd people. But the slight problem was, so I'd measured the pony at home. You don't need a height certificate.
No.
I'd measured her, she's 14 hands. I was like, right, that's great. You and your saddle, you fit the weight, what the weight category was and stuff. What I hadn't thought of is when they measure her at the start, the pony was excited.
Oh, yeah.
And she'd gained 1.5 inches.
Oh, no.
So suddenly we had to add like so much weight.
Oh, God.
I didn't really have weight. So I gaffer taped basically the contents of my car to the child. So just like random items.
So they had to be a certain weight.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I had to get them to like nearly 11 stone. Her and her son. So the poor child, I'm literally there. I make my friend help.
Spare tyre.
Jack.
Yeah,
Oh, Jack
there
attached.
was all these random items that I just did round her body.
Well, that can't be safe either, really.
No, I'm
is
sure
it?
it isn't. But poor child could walk for days after. She did literally, and you can see them flagging at they came fourth again, which she was actually really happy about. And the pony had wanted to. She said there was a point when there were like 6 of us because the field sort of breaks up, and she said and she wanted to go in front, but I couldn't let her because I didn't know where I was going. So she's like, I stayed with them, but she said literally the last, I don't know, quarter mile was just all over heather, and you could see the ponies were really flagging. And the weight, she still blames me now. She's like, that's why I still have a bad back now from when you taped all that stuff to me. So I paid the entry fee. You were going.
That's hilarious. It reminds me of a film. I think the film's called One Fine Day or something. No, it might be something different. Anyway, it's Michelle Pfeiffer, and she gets her child to the preschool and forgets that it's like a dress-up day. So she's going in her handbag, and she's managed to find some gaffer tape, and she's like gaffer taped all this stuff together to make an outfit. So
it's got to be done.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of the things we end up doing is just where we've sort of found that we're in a situation. Like a couple of years ago, we went. I don't know why we decided to go for a hack somewhere different. There must have been a reason for it, but I can't remember what it was. So we decided to take her in the trailer. Now, we normally travel tacked up because Annie's quite excited when she arrives places. And rather than having to tack up when I'm there, we tend to travel tacked up. I know a lot of people don't like doing that. And we got there. We are at the Chestnut Head, which is up near Winchester. It's beautiful. They've got a very small car park. In my head, forgot this. I've got a truck and a trailer, so I'm quite long, not perhaps the most manoeuvrable. So we go into the car park. I also don't know they've now got a coffee van there. I'm like, that's just. I pull in, park. The width of the car park is basically the length of my truck and trailer.
Right.
With a bit of hedge, which I've now sort of squashed. So we get the pony off. We don't travel her with a bridle on, in case that gets caught with her head collar on. We'd forgotten said bridle.
Oh, God.
But we've got there. And I'm like, thanks, do you think she'll be all right with a head collar? I'm like, yeah, be fine. Be fine, that's not a problem. And so we took her for a 2-hour hack. Literally, pony's never been ridden bridleless, never been ridden without a bit in her life. And we decided to try this out on the A272.
I know, and that bit of road to cross to start with is quite scary, actually.
Yeah. And she did behave
live to tell the tale.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, she's hacked Clovis out without a bridle on at all. I've got photos of them cantering around the farm where she's just taken him without a bridle. But yeah, we do normally. I was like, oh dear. But again, it's a case of, do we go home? We've made the effort. We've come out now. It'll be fine.
So all the time that you're doing this, is it just you're walking or running and your daughter's riding?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, usually. When she was younger and we had Clovis as well,
Yeah.
then we could both ride.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of the time it's her criticising. We bicker. We get on really, really well.
It's very familiar,
But
doesn't
we
it?
bicker constantly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's sort of good-natured bickering. But there's certain things...
Is it bicker or banter?
I think it's bickering. I think we're more mature women. In all
trying
honesty.
to give you a get out there.
No, I think it's more like, what have you done most of the time? There's certain things. There's years ago, we went to a pony club rally up at Three Maids when they had the cross country course. Can't remember what pony she was on. But another child, you know how the instructors all bring the ponies in at the beginning and just do a quick tack check and introduce these children, ponies, all that kind of stuff. And I know the instructor was Julia Knight-Jones, who is the loveliest lady.
Yeah.
Absolutely adore Julia. And she very politely said to one child, "Oh, you know, your reins aren't..." I can't remember how they were attached, but however it was done wrongly. And it wasn't safe, or something was wrong with the pony's bridle. And she very politely said, "Oh, that's not quite right. You need to pop off and we'll sort that out." She said, "You need to remember to check that. Check your pony's bridle's correct before you get on." The child turned around and goes, "Well, that's mummy got it wrong. That's not my fault." And Julia's the most calm person. She goes, "No, if you're old enough to ride around a cross-country course, you're old enough to check. You thank your mother for bringing you. You don't criticise."
Oh, I like the sound
Yeah.
of her.
And she's so nice. You know, it wasn't said rudely. I don't think the child ever came pony club again, but there we go. Anyway, Frankie, who hadn't been told off in any way, took this on board. And as in, I should check everything you do at all times. I'm not allowed to put boots on. I'm not trusted with boots. No. I can put the bridle on the head, but I'm not allowed to do the straps up.
Oh.
I'm not allowed to, I can do the throat lash. I can't, one of the bridles doesn't have a throat lash, but I'm not allowed to do the noseband, which therefore means a lot of the time I now forget to do it up at all when I'm riding and she's not there, because I'm not entrusted with the noseband. I then see myself riding along and notice the noseband's undone. Because
Sort of just living up to your reputation, aren't you, really? It's completely untrustworthy.
Exactly. So it's all of those kind of things where, so I'm sort of a passer of items. I'm quite good at that. Cleaner of items.
Driver of the car, presumably.
Yeah, only because we can't get her insured on the blooming car. Not without, you know, selling a kidney. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I know. I'm all out of kidneys, to be fair. I've sold all mine.
It's just, it's annoying because she wants to. I mean, she can drive the car and trailer, but not obviously out and about.
Peggy did ask this week, because we were talking about the same thing, because I have to take her everywhere, and obviously she'd quite like to be independent as well. And then I was saying about doing her HGV or whatever. She's like, "Can I just drive it up the track to see what it's like?" I'm like, "People walk their dogs up the track. I'm not sure I can let you drive a lorry along." I think it would be quite scary. She needs to go and have proper lessons, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it'd be nice when they get their independence.
It would. I mean, I think certainly it would be nice for her. I mean, I think when she first passed the test, and I rung up to see if I could have her added to my truck insurance, and the man said, "Oh, it's like 19,500," and I just sort of went quiet, and I'm like, "Huh?" And he goes, "Do you want to go ahead?" I'm like, No, 'cause that's more than the truck's worth. So no, I do not want to be paying that as the premium.
You read that wrong.
No, I checked.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, now it has come down. I did check again when I last had a renewal, and it was like 3.5 to get her.
That's still
insurance.
ridiculous.
It's still a lot. I mean, she pays like 400 or 500 quid on her little i10, but obviously that's not gonna. So it's a difficult one with them.
Yeah. How old is she?
She's just turned 20, so she passed her driving test at 17.
Yeah.
But where she. I mean, I quite like going out.
I know,
And
I'd be
doing
secretly sad when
Yeah.
he is independent, but
Yeah, I think I do quite like going and doing stuff. It is. We do have quite a laugh, and I think, in all honesty, if you have that shared interest, there's the number of stories you have, and there is a sort of whole closeness, even when you've had like disaster or a near-death experience.
yes, which obviously we all have quite a lot of.
Well, exactly, exactly. But it is quite nice.
You telling your getting lost on Christmas Eve. We have a good getting lost tale as well, because we went to Exmoor with some friends and we took the ponies for the girls.
Yeah.
And we were all walking and riding. They'd ride ahead a bit, then wait for us,
Yeah.
and then catch up. Anyway, got to the place they were supposed to have waited. Not a sign of them. And you could go left one way on a road, right one way road, or straight ahead onto Exmoor.
Oh, good Lord.
So it was getting quite dark at this point, and quite kind of not very nice weather. And we couldn't have a phone signal, couldn't find them anywhere. So at this point we're starting to panic, looking up and down, can't see them anywhere at all. Phone the police, they can't find them. One of us then drives around to the other end of the bridleway if they'd gone on to Exmoor. Anyway, the police eventually found them, which they found hilarious until I think the police insisted on talking to them or something. I can't remember what happened, but they had gone. Well, I don't know what county would we have been in.
Somerset, I presume, for Exmoor.
Yeah, but they'd just ridden and ridden and ridden until they saw the sign to Devon. At which point they thought,
"Oh, that's
God.
not right."
Yeah, that's not right. But I just turned round and at no point thought that we might be really, really, really worried about where they were and if they'd got lost on Exmoor in a bog. Oh, it was awful. No phone signals anywhere. We were
That's the problem, isn't it? When you lose people, there's never a phone signal. That's always the way it goes.
A nice afternoon.
Yes, terrifying.
Yeah. So no, we've had I think that's the nice thing with the children growing up with horses and things, that you do have all these experiences.
We've always said, when we go out and we're in the lorry and we're driving along and chatting, and sort of Peggy says some of her friends never do anything with their mums, and they're really strangers almost by then. They're all off out with their friends. They come home and they have their dinner and they go to bed or sit in their rooms, and we'll have just had the best day out, like you do, doing things that you both love doing. And
I do think that's really nice, and I do feel like my son's not interested in horses, and once in a blue moon he'll come up and help if I'm like moaning that I've got this, and he will come. He does say if he ever finds a girlfriend and they mention any interest in horses, that is,
he's going to run.
He's not
I'll have to refer him to the podcast that went out last Friday then with Nikki, whose husband had said the same.
Right. He's quite adamant on that. I mean, he is quite useful when he does come up and do horses. He will like scrub out buckets. He will, rare occasion he comes to a show or something, you can put studs in and take studs out, and
that's actually very handy. That's like the worst job ever.
Yeah.
So he still lives at home then?
Yes. Yeah. He's only just turned 18. So yeah, he likes horses. If you present him with a horse that's tacked up, he would probably ride it for you.
Right.
Annoyingly well. That sort of natural
boys,
balance of boys.
Yeah.
He taught himself to ride pretty much on this little Shetland. He taught himself in about 20 minutes. He was like, "Can I borrow the Shetland?" I was like, "If you want." And then next I hear a shout from the arena and he's cantering around.
So what about you then? Do you get to ride very much? You just do a bit of hacking? Or?
I just I'm, to be honest, because I work full time and I run a lot and do other things, I don't have a huge amount of time to ride. If I had unlimited time, then I would quite like to compete and do so. But I don't. So therefore I'm actually quite happy, and also I'm quite happy with the ones we've got, they're nice people.
Yeah.
I mean, that probably makes them sound more like pet dogs than horses. But I am quite big on them. Well, I mean, Clovis isn't ridden, but I'm a big person, or I'm tall.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're quite on that sort of just under the sort of 20% of weight and stuff. And, you know, I think you do have to be a little bit thoughtful as to their well-being and things. So, no, I enjoy going for a hack. I thought about doing something like this working equitation. Do I mean working equitation?
Do you mean trek?
No, I've done that.
Oh, you need to come and do that with us. We're trying to get some.
Yeah, I've
do
done.
something
I
about
did. We did one with like New Fresh Riding Club down at Ashurst campsite on the wettest day on earth.
Oh, okay.
So it was a ride, was it? Or was it the
No,
obstacles?
They did a partial trek. It didn't have. No, did they do the whole thing? There was some obstacles, and then you had to do the orienteering phase.
Yeah.
But what I can't remember was whether they did the control of paces. I seem to have zero recollection of that. But I have done that before.
Right.
Like years ago with Winchester Riding Club, I think. I've definitely done the whole thing before. We did. It was a bit unfortunate. I mean, we did the obstacles, and I think we did fairly well. The obstacles went all right. I can't particularly remember. There was like an S-bend, jumping over a ditch, jumping over a log. I can't remember what other things there were. Definitely
like bending and channels and
there was
going under things, I think.
Was it? I can't remember. There were a number of obstacles. Then you had to copy your map from one map to another, and there was a route round the forest. And were there waypoints or something?
We do have checkpoints. I sort of going by the evening we had last week.
Yeah, we did. And we did so it was Ashurst campsite was where we parked. Then we must have gone kind of, I suppose, like Denny, Matley sort of way. Yeah. Sort of all over that way. We had to cross bear in mind we've got ponies that are forest ponies that aren't on the forest very much. So we had one incident where we had to go across a wooden footbridge, but the water was so full in the stream that it was going both over the bridge and under the bridge.
That's very dangerous.
Yeah, that's quite
scary.
That
wasn't ideal. I mean, she did go, bless her. And then we met a lot of people doing the Duke of Edinburgh, which for some reason seemed to be quite alarming to the New Forest ponies that were turned out. They didn't seem to like them. There was kind of like a stampede in Duke of Edinburgh situation as well, which
good lord,
which wasn't. And it was really wet. Just like, you know, one of those days where it's just not what you want.
No.
But we had a good time. So yeah, we did that a few years ago. They've never done another one, I don't think. But that was really good. No, I was thinking of the working equitation.
All I think of is that as you have some sort of javelin
that's what I'm
thing, and then
waving
you
my
go
hand in the
round
same
or
way.
something, don't you? And
But
your horse goes round while you have it poked in the ground.
Yeah, I think
that's the only thing I can picture.
No, I think they kind of do what I want to call a handy pony course.
Yes.
But they obviously dress it up with some fancier name.
I mean, there is
a lot of the
like
Spanish
very working equitation. It's fascinating to watch.
And it's actually really high level dressage moves.
Yes.
Like bending with changes every.
Yeah,
basically temporary changes around some poles, isn't it?
Exactly. Because I saw Chilworth Riding Club were doing some sort of like days and stuff at Woodington, and I thought, I'd quite fancy I'd have a stab at something like.
Are you in Chilworth Riding Club?
No.
I've just joined actually, and I did see that, and I thought about it, and then I just thought, I'm just trying to do too many things at the moment. I just need to.
Well, I just thought I'm
not.
No, I just thought it might be something that would be fun to try.
Yeah, I think it would be really fun.
Yeah.
And it's not sort of. I don't want to do any more dressage with the pony. Does enough dressage.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice for her to do. And she's very good.
Did she ever like jumping, or was they?
Not really.
No.
She will jump. Yeah. She still will jump. She'll jump with other people.
Yeah.
I don't think she really grasped the point of it. As to why, if you put the obstacles, she'll jump. If there's a hedge and we need to go over there, that's fine. But why you've put these obstacles which you can clearly go around, she doesn't really see the point of it. But yeah, I mean, she'll pop over stuff. If you set out a few jumps for her, she'll pop over them.
Yeah.
But she
It's not
doesn't.
her thing.
No, I don't think so. But I mean, like, she'll suddenly decide. We were out on a hack at the weekend. We go up a disused railway line, and people build these stick piles of jumps along the side. And I'd moved over to one side because there were some bikes or runners or something coming towards us. And she just suddenly decides we're cantering and jumping those today. Just, that's what she fancies. So no, she's not. I've seen her jump rounds. But then I have also seen her decide that a whole grid needs to be deconstructed. She's like a toddler in the fact she can get bored. She's like, I'm loving this. This is brilliant. This is the best day ever. Bored now. And so she tends to be best when she used to go to pony club rallies, which fortunately she doesn't now. I remember her going to a jumping rally, and it might have been a grid work rally, and she was fine. She had her turn, she jumped around, and they built this grid. I don't know, mate, 4 or 5, and it was quite a lot of jumps in it. Not high, she didn't struggle. And I could tell she was getting bored. She didn't like this instructor, who did nothing wrong. Absolutely no, except for existing. She did nothing wrong. There was no reason for Annie to dislike her. Annie disliked this lady so much that even when everyone stood in a line, Annie would turn herself around so she was facing the opposite way. It's like, I can't even look at you. I dislike you.
Poor instructor. I think of that from instructor's point of view. Most of the ponies that I teach are like, hello. Coming up for treats. We know you give us treats at the end. I'd be really sad if one turned its thumb on me.
Yeah, Frankie was just like, she was like, I'm terribly sorry, it must be the wind. It wasn't even windy. But anyway, then it'll take her around again. And she jumped like 2 of the jumps and then she stopped. Not at a jump, as in the space in between. And point blank refused to move until the whole grid was deconstructed. Not just one so she could walk out, as in, no, take them all. I will not be moving until you do that.
Oh, she sounds like she's got a really good sense of humour.
Yeah, she's got quite an opinion. She doesn't. The other thing she can do is throw stuff.
Oh,
She's like odd job. She can throw stuff. We used to have. So I used to put her boots on her door to dry. They'd been wet. I'd hose them up. I'd leave them on her door. She doesn't fiddle with stuff. But her stable was next to the feed room. When people were unlocking the feed room door, they were being a bit slow, she'd chuck a boot at them.
well, hurry up, where's my breakfast?
And then she obviously found she got quite good at it because she could lob them at other horses as well. It got to the stage where someone actually, I was asked not to leave boots. Please don't leave boots on the door because she's throwing them at people. But we have had, I do remember a show, we had her and Clovis, I think that was a breed show, and a lady very politely running over because we'd gone to get ice cream. She said, "Do you realise one of your ponies throwing camping chairs at people?" I'm like, "Oh, terribly sorry."
Camping chairs?
We had the fold-up chairs we had outside the trailer. I'm like, obviously had left them in her reach, which shouldn't in case horse gets stuck. But she was fine. Yeah, she's like, I was like, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Won't let it happen again." Oh God, how do you tell a horse not to throw? But yeah, I mean, even the other day, I'd left electric fence posts, the plastic ones with the in the end, and I wanted to repair a bit of fencing. I left them on the. See, I shouldn't leave stuff in the realm of the horse, which is a whole different safety issue. But I left them. Yeah, couldn't get near her because she's throwing them like lawn darts at me. So I'm just, oh no, she's got weapons. Don't let her have that. Yeah, she's really good shot as well, to be fair to her.
Yeah, have to enlist her in the Olympics.
Yeah,
javelin.
I don't know why it's a useful tactic
You
that
need
she's
to get
deployed.
video evidence of all
Yeah,
of this
that's
for our group
hilarious.
page.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
great.
Try
Yeah.
and find it. She can do a live demonstration. Yeah, it's not. I always used to say that, like they say, don't feed the ponies on the forest.
Yeah.
I always used to sort of think I should offer for Clovis to be at the New Forest show, and people can pay like £1, and if they can get passed in with a sandwich, then
Yeah.
fair play to them, because I can guarantee you will not be able to get past that pony with a sandwich. And just raise money that way of how they steal.
It's interesting that both your ponies have very interesting personalities.
Well,
and do you think that might come from you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. we were talking about this the other day because they're quite chatty as well, both of them, and I do think that they have that kind of like noise about everything, and I do think a lot of it is because we talk to them.
That's just brilliant.
I think but we do sort of a lot of it is, I mean, they are well trained, they are they know all the normal phrases. I like their ground tie, because I like to be able to drop a rope and know they'll stay where they're told. But then other people pick up the rope. Oh, pick the rope up so they don't stand on it. I'm like, brilliant, that's why it's wandered off now. Because please don't do that. There's a reason.
I've never taught any of mine to do that, actually. It's a really useful
really
thing.
good skill. Really good skill. So you fundamentally, when the rope's on the ground, they're not allowed to move. So you teach them by every time they take a step, push them back so they're parked as such. Obviously, you start, but not very far away, and just build it up over time. But fundamentally, if the rope's on the floor, they're not allowed to walk. And even now, I put them back. If the rope's on their neck, I tell them to wait, but then I will call them forward if I need them to get one, to get another one. Annie used to pull back a lot. Just one of those horses that wants to pull back to the end of her rope.
Yeah.
And then would just pull back and break it. And she's actually got sort of white, she's black, and she's got white hair sort of at the top of her poll and stuff. And she's always, when she has physio, there's always tightness there. And I think that's through damage of her pulling back. So we stopped tying her up. We used to just put the rope through the metal tie ring so it could pull right the way back, but not tied up in any way. So it sort of, gave her that security. Because I needed to stop her pulling back and injuring herself. And also running off at the time. She would only to the grass over there, not like miles into the distance.
And is this something you've learned from somebody, or?
Clovis came knowing it, and I think that was useful, and I liked it as a skill. Yeah. So therefore, I made the effort, because of Annie and her pulling back, to not allow it, and to let's not have a problem. And I think I would teach any, because it is really handy. I know I can just really stand by the car. I know in any situation I can drop the rope. Yeah. I can get to it. I mean, I'm fortunate enough that I'm tall enough that if I drop anything on the ground, I can actually get it from the horse, probably. So, I can sort of do a bit of a mounted games grab off the ground. But it is handy. And I have had sort of situations where I've needed to get off to. We used to be on a lane which we had a very low railway bridge, and despite there being signs either end of the road that it was 9'6", you would get lorries that would come up, and there were always a lot of occasions where we'd then need to help the lorry turn, so I'd often end up needing to get off to start moving cones away from gateways so they could and to be able to be like, you stand and know she will stand.
With a lorry manoeuvring as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh,
he's
that takes
really,
some trust as well,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
really, well, she's been, she's been in fact, the worst road rage we ever had was last summer, and that was, they were trespassing on the farm.
Oh God.
We literally, so the farm we were on was in Winchester, but kind of the other side of the road to a new housing development. They built on another farm, which is housing development. And although we had a footpath that ran through the farm, we were allowed to ride on the headland all the way round the fields and stuff. And I was riding round, and there was a couple of lads on a motorbike, like I don't know anything about motorbikes, but like a off-roady trail bike.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't know who they are. Why are they on the farm? And they came towards me on the bike at speed. And I asked them to stop. She's really good in traffic, like really good. And I said, "Are you supposed to be here?" And they're like, "What's it to you?" And literally start circling her on the motorbike. And just, and it transpired. They then did it similar to my friend. And they were just, so it's all arable, and it had been planted, and they're just then doing circles on what's been planted. But I mean, it doesn't really look like crop at that point. But and they're just churning it all up, and then they're just literally doing drive past her. And I mean, to be fair to her, she doesn't care. All she wants to do is go and pursue. That's all. Her goal is to follow them. But yeah, it turned out the bike was stolen.
Right.
But they were around for a few days. And yeah, we did have the police involved and stuff, partially for the trespassing.
Yeah.
And they needed the reports and stuff. I was like, oh, ridiculous. All the years where I've ridden on roads and stuff. The one bit of real road rage I get is when I'm on private land.
Yeah.
You know, what are the chances of that?
That's mad.
Gosh, that's
It was,
scary.
it wasn't good at all. But yeah, she was very good. But it has made her a lot more keen to chase anybody that's on the farms. She's just like, can I get them? Are we allowed to chase these?
Like a guard dog.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we used to get a lot of people trespassing. You know, huge.
Is
amount.
it your farm or is it
No. This was where she was kept.
Right.
We've had to move from that one because the house was being sold.
Right.
But now she's on a different farm, so we've the same problems, just like 2 miles further north. So no, not ours at all. It's just a lot of people. Because obviously with the forest you can kind of go wherever you want. So you don't have the restrictions in the same way. We obviously have to stick to bridle ways. But a lot of people, they just see a path and they think they're allowed on it. And they don't, and not horse riders, generally walkers. But they'll just be running across or walking across, and they're like, "Oh, isn't this a footpath?" No, it's not. You find them all over the place.
No, we are very lucky actually with the forest. It sort of makes it a bit easier in terms of going out there.
Yeah,
I miss though I love the forest, but I do miss those countryside edges of fields and hedges and things sometimes.
Yeah, years ago I had horses at Ashurst.
Okay.
So I did ride on the forest and down to Lyndhurst then. But I do like, we have lovely countryside. And we're very lucky compared to some areas. We do have some really good bridle ways. You know, there's an awful lot of, I think the furthest Frankie's kind of managed, I think she managed sort of like a 15-20 mile loop with about a mile or 2 of road.
That's amazing.
Which is pretty good. I mean, we might have a bridge over, say, the A34 or subway or that kind of stuff. But we are quite lucky compared to some areas where they have like one muddy bridleway.
Well, some places just don't have anything, do they? They cannot tack from where they are, which is so limiting.
Well, yeah. When we were having to look at changing yards, there were a few I looked around and some lovely places. And one man was like, oh, there's lane hacking. And I was like, not really hacking, is it?
No.
It's not really
Call it riding on the road.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah, they called it lane hacking. I thought, yeah, I know what you're trying to. And he's like, oh, yeah, but, if you've got a horse box, you can go out somewhere else at the weekend. I'm thinking, well,
Who's
I
got
can.
time for that
But
though?
it's
To do that
hassle.
all the time.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want going for a sort of somewhere different as your only option, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to be doing that.
No.
I'd prefer to, which is why I could have them slightly closer to home, but I wouldn't have the hacking.
No.
So for me, that trade-off is worthwhile.
Yeah,
I prefer to have
yeah.
them slightly further away.
Yeah.
And something nice to
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a difference for me.
Yeah.
It's it's.
Oh, how
We've got
lovely.
the thing coming up though, because we quite often do box out. We go up to Jamesmore because then you can ride a long way.
Yeah.
We can ride from home, but they're going to start with car park charges, aren't they? Soon.
I
Oh,
saw
my
that.
Oh God, we're going to have to buy a.
Is that
Yeah.
a lot?
Annual.
How much is it? Do you know?
It's not loads, but it's like £90-something a year for a pass, which I don't know how I feel about it because I kind of get that the national park needs some money to run.
Is that across all areas?
I think
So
it's
if you get the
every
pass,
car
it's every
park.
car park.
Yeah. So in the scheme of things, I mean, we probably go once a week at least. So it's not loads of money for the privilege of doing it, but it's still like I just don't know how I feel about it generally. But
Yeah, like we come down to the forest from time to time, maybe 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
Some years more. So, for me, obviously, I'd have to pay for that day.
Yeah.
But like if you go to the beach, you have to pay a sort of tenner, don't you?
Yeah.
But then where we are, I would say there's probably, unless you're parking at someone's house, farm, wherever, there's nowhere that you can park. And in all honesty, sometimes my daughter doesn't want to do a loop.
No.
She gets bored with doing a loop. She's like, oh, I can't bother. So she then says, can you just drop me? And I drop her at 1 a.m. She'll ride home.
Yeah.
And literally I think we can do sort of 30 seconds to have the pony off the trailer, have on it. And it's literally, we're like the 18, just on, away you go. But because there's nowhere that we could park at all. And that's the sort of thing. Because I've always thought, it's always sort of dawned on me that, lots of yards you could almost pay for parking.
Oh yeah.
They could
happily would go to. So we're lucky we go up to Cranbourne Chase with one of the group people, and she finds a farmer who'll let us park there for that day. But like you say, they're almost missing a trick.
Yeah.
I'd
pay a small fee to park somewhere safe and go and ride somewhere different.
I'd happily pay. It's certainly. I kind of think most. I understand people don't want foreign horses coming onto their yard by security, but if you're just parking in a car park, you promise to clear up. You bring your own water and stuff. You're not going onto their yard.
Yeah. You are missing a trick. You could have like a little coffee thing there
With me,
as well.
I have no parking, sadly. But
not
people,
here. Sorry,
not here.
No, but if you were going somewhere, there's everything missing.
I
a
think
coffee van.
Yeah, but I just think there's a lot of places where you and it doesn't. It could be a farmyard. It doesn't. You don't need any facilities. Obviously, if there's water, it's handy. But most people travel with a container of water. I wouldn't.
Really.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I just would like somewhere to be able to park safely.
So maybe we need to start a little app with a network of farmers in that'll let horses park.
I just think for a sort of tenner or something. I think a lot would, and it's not causing them any hassle.
No,
I
if
don't
you could go
know.
somewhere, it's somewhere different to ride.
Yeah, that's.
I think you're onto something.
There you go.
But you have to think of a name for it, anyway.
I don't know, but I just think that would be. It's nice to ride somewhere different, isn't it?
Yeah, because I don't get bored with but it is a more interesting ride if you go somewhere new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to go
It's
somewhere
nice to
different.
explore, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
And
definitely.
if there's a pub halfway round, then it's even better.
Yeah, that's
I love that.
Yeah.
that's quite a. So we came down to High Corner Inn.
Oh yeah.
That's nice, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, we don't really have pubs that are very
Ours
horse
is the
friendly.
favourite one is the Royal Oak at Fritham, but
Yes.
we just they have got a couple of corrals, but we normally just stand outside and they've got one table at the front of the pub. We stand there,
Yeah,
try not to get too in the way for a little bit, and then go on our merry way. But
No, it's
yeah,
lovely.
we haven't really got pubs nearby.
so
that
which
we can
bit?
go.
I don't know where you are in Winchester. Which
So
bit?
we're Stoke Charity, which is kind of going up towards
They
Mitchell
used to
River.
do an
Stoke
amazing
Charity
ride.
that
Do you
farm.
remember that?
There's only about 4 of the jumps left.
Oh,
and
do
they're
you remember that?
No.
So, I mean, when I first had a horse, which was a very long time ago now, probably about 35 years ago,
yeah, though that would have been when I had.
I used
My
to go
favourite.
and they used to have levels of jumps and
Yeah.
a judge at everyone with a little
Yes.
card and you'd get bronze, silver
Silver
or
and gold.
gold. And
Yeah.
I did it 3 years and I got the bronze, then the silver, then the gold on my X-race horse. He was my best horse.
I did. So I did Stoke Charity. Did you ever do the Rohay ride as well?
No,
There's
I
another
didn't
one.
do that one.
Because there was Rohay, which was the same kind of thing. I think it must have
Yeah.
been arranged by the Hunt.
I don't know.
Well, in my head, that's right. And same thing. And this is how there was, again, the gold, silver, and bronze.
Mm.
And they had slightly different rules if you were under 16. And I jumped one of the gold fences. I felt I had the gold points. I was really excited by having the gold points. But you weren't supposed to jump this table. I can still picture this table if you were under 16.
Ah.
And I got disqualified. And I got a special.
Oh,
I was
no.
gutted. And this is, I'm still cross about it now.
Bet you are.
Still
I mean,
cross about
that's
it.
one of the things I'm quite proud of because it was quite a thing to
Yes.
do those levels, and
Yes.
the gold
They were
jumps
big.
were quite big.
They
I've got
were.
a picture in the house actually of me and I was on a thoroughbred X-race horse and a little grey pony that I'd gone with a friend, jumping over the big sort of brush. So
we're on that farm I think the Stoke Charity ride used to go on to slightly onto another farm as well. But yeah, there's a couple of fences that you can still see sort of rotted into the hedge.
Yeah.
I like to mention it every time we go past. No one's interested. So yeah, that's exactly
I
right.
remember doing that anyway.
Yeah, so it's lovely. And yeah, we're very lucky. There's quite a few horses in the area. Polo, there's a lot of polo. But yeah, the yard is really friendly people, no drama.
Is it big?
No, not particularly. They've got, how many horses are there in total? I'm going to say 15.
A reasonable size.
Yeah, although probably, so 4 of them are ours.
Yeah.
So there's 10 or 11 of others, probably only about half of which are ridden.
Okay.
Most are on full livery, so you don't see many people. It's quite quiet. Huge stables, nice little school, and floodlit and stuff. And it's a bit muddy. It's a bit muddy in winter. The fields aren't. It's the tracks to the fields. The fields are fine. But it's been the wettest winter on earth, hasn't it? So
It has been unreal, isn't
And
it?
funnily enough, I've said after this winter we've got one bit that's like a strip of field to get to most of the winter fields, and it's hideous. And it's like I was trying to say, the fields are fine, but it's this little stretch that's making winter difficult. And I was like, how can I make it somehow all weather by next
can you do
winter?
sort of like planings or
I don't know. Be a
something?
bit careful, but
Yeah.
that's my mission because that would make winter
Grass mats
Is it-
or something?
yeah, I was gonna
much
say,
easier.
The mud mat type.
Yeah,
I
that's.
don't know whether it's just too muddy. I don't know whether it would just end up a horrible
I don't know.
mishmash
I've never.
of
I can see.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
could imagine that possibly.
But yeah, it is when you get the sort of bits that everyone goes through every day in a narrow bit that has to be used.
That's kind of what we've got on the edge
Yeah.
of it, and it's that you've got to keep walking or you're stick.
Ours slightly slips as well, so you sort of every step you're having to be a bit careful about where your feet are going.
I watched a video, and I can't remember, it was on one of the social media channels. Anyway, someone had put these mud mats down, and next to it was like really, really super muddy. And she said, but now look at that, and it was literally side by side, and it had really absorbed.
Yeah.
And had made it
have a
nice
look.
and much easier.
I don't know. It's difficult. I think ours wasn't helped by the fact the hunt went through.
So if anybody out there has mud mats and you'd
They'd
like,
like us to trial.
you'd like us to trial them, then please, because we have the same problem where we are. So.
Yeah, it's a real drain.
Yeah.
The mud. But I do think it seems to have been worse this year.
Yeah. Oh, it's been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful.
Yeah.
Talking about products.
Oh yes.
We do this thing every week of products of the week. So I mean, mud mats could be one of them.
When
we
we've
do
had
that
some
when we've
that we
had
can
some.
try.
Yeah, we'll try those. But yeah, so I have bought this week. I've brought a product of the week
Yeah,
with
let's
me, which
see it.
is ingenious.
Ah.
So I reached down here. Oh gosh. And it is a bit of a make it yourself thing, because I was having problems loading Miss Freya last summer and the summer before, and I went to dressage at Woodington's, and Heather Ashley was there watching me struggle. Well, she wasn't watching me struggle, that sounds really bad, sorry Heather, but she then told me about this, which is called a butt rope. And she said it was originally fashioned, she felt, by Jenny Lauriston Clark, who bred and owned my horse's sire. And I made this out of another thing that we don't use.
German string,
an
was
old
it?
German,
Whatever they call them,
whatever they're called, that I don't use anymore. You literally it's like a lasso, if you like. So you've got a big loop there, and you put that over the hindquarters, so it just sort of drapes across, and then you've got a bit that you hold up the front end, and so that bit goes over the hindquarters. That bit you're holding on to with your lead rope. Okay. And I literally put that on her, and she walks up on the load.
And we're not talking about pulling her in.
I don't.
Oh, right,
it's
okay.
only because...
Oh, because it came from something else.
Yeah, it's because I made it. So if you're going to make one yourself, you'd need a long length of... I would... this is quite soft, this bit of rope. Soft rope. And make a big loop, tie it, and then just have one long end that you can hold. So as you're leading your horse up, you can hold this. And what's doing the work is that this is just encouraging from behind for them to move forward.
I suppose it's
I don't have to
proprioception or something.
Yeah.
You can feel it.
Yeah. So I don't have to pull this
No.
at all. I'm just holding it with the rope. And in fact, the lead rope, I'm now literally holding onto the end of the lead rope, and she's just taking herself up because I'm helping with this. So there's no pulling, yanking, shoving, getting cross, any of those things, frustration at all. She just literally walks up. It is flipping marvellous.
Good.
I love something that takes the stress out of a situation.
So so if you can it's butt rope, you could probably have a look at. They probably sell one somewhere, but if you just get yourself
I should be
a nice-
careful putting
Yeah,
butt rope into Google, personally.
actually,
We need to be careful.
products.
yeah, maybe think of it. But literally just some nice.
Equestrian loading rope.
Yes, that's
There you
probably a
go.
much better description. Much better description. But yeah, or you can make one yourself, which I think is probably just as easy, just as long as you've got a big enough loop, depending on the size of
Those
the horse.
that's a German string, I think is what they call them. That actually works quite well because you've got the little
it's just a
round
little
thing.
toggly thing. Yeah,
They're great with that.
yeah. So
Explanations.
that is my product of the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, anybody having loading difficulties, then fashion yourself one of those.
It's funny how different horses. You've obviously got the get in that trailer and
Yes.
think about your life. Well, I have to stand there with a lunge whip, which I've never used on Peggy's horse, Blue, but he's a bit autistic and he knows that Peggy leads him, and I stand there with a lunge whip.
Oh, so you use as decoration?
If I haven't got it, he won't go in. He'll go in after another horse anyway without anything.
Yeah.
But if he's on his own, he'll stop at the bottom of the ramp and he'll look at me. And what do we call it? I can't remember the sticky thing, Mr. Sticky or something we call it now. I'm like, oh God, I'm going to have to go and get Mr. Sticky. Here's Mr. Sticky. He's like, okay, I can go in now. But he's a horse that he likes everything to be the same as he expects it to be in that situation. And which is why he can't cope in quite a lot of other situations. Because I joke about him being autistic. I don't see why horses can't have.
No, I think sometimes they have that. It's structure that gives them safety, isn't it? It's
and they can have
order.
complete overload, I think. So he absolutely will have overload and will shut down, can't cope. Like the shutters come down, he can't even move. Doesn't happen very often. But a lot of the time, he's not very good if the ground is a different colour or there's a pigeon on a roof miles away or something.
Maybe you should try the new Big Brave Pants equestrian loading.
I'm not sure you can do a dressage test with it. Oh, instead of Mr. Sticky.
Instead of Mr. Sticky.
Mr. Sticky's quite not. He doesn't really do anything. It literally is just.
Or we can have two products. So we've got Big Brave Pants equestrian loading rope.
I think you might
Or
have to
Big
come up with a
Brave
short.
Pants Mr. Sticky. Big Brave Pants Mr. Sticky.
Yeah. Yeah. But he always goes straight in anyway.
Oh.
Well, that's the main thing. You don't want to be.
I was
for hours.
One of my smuggest moments of my life has been in a New Forest car park where a man and his daughter were trying to load their pony. As we came back from our ride, we untacked all horses straight in, which touch wood, they always do. And I just said to the man, would you like, I can not help, but would you like a hand? And he's like, oh yes, please. I don't think he was horsey. Anyway, I got Mr. Sticky out. I said, I'm not going to touch your horse at all with it because I'm not going to. So when you just hold it out sideways, and I went like that, and this horse into the trailer, and he just looked at me like I performed some sort of
witchcraft.
And we got in the trailer. I know, and I was like, oh my God, I feel so smart.
I think we could reenact that.
I'm not always very good at loading, but that was
Yeah, I always end up doing that. If you would like me to help, I can. But if you would prefer me not, that's also absolutely fine. Because I think sometimes the last thing you want is.
I think sometimes there's just too many people with too many different ideas, isn't there? And you just need to be.
Sometimes people. Yeah, I mean, we did have. Years ago, we were at a show with Clovis, and there were some people at Next Trailer. Clovis was. I think we were untacking or something. He stood whilst we were untacking. And the people trying to load a pony at the Next Trailer. I'd offered to help. They were like, no, it's fine. Always takes a while. And a rattling food bucket. And like, if you come in, you can have food. At that point, Clovis, who appeared to be asleep, barges this pony off the ramp and launches into their trailer. It's like, you said...
If you don't want to go in, I'm going to go.
Get in the trailer and have food. You said that, and he's there. I'm like, oh, I'm terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. Because they went to put the front ramp down to get him off, and it was just. But the other horse did then follow as he sort of went out the front door. It came in behind him, so it did actually work. But I was just like, I'm terribly sorry. It's just he heard you offer food.
Oh,
he was on board for that.
I think maybe we should have Mr. Clovis on.
Yes, I know. I can see him sat on the stage.
Yeah. As long as there's snacks, he doesn't notice if there's not snacks.
Oh, Vicky, it's been really lovely chatting to you. I could sit here for hours and hours and hours. We'll have to have you again. You and Clovis.
I'll bring him in summer.
Yeah, I think we might have to interview him.
We can go on tour.
Yeah. But no, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And if you're watching this, it would be amazing if you could like and subscribe and share with your friends, because we're trying to build a really big community. That's on YouTube, and we are also on Spotify, which my menopausal brain keeps forgetting the words. So again, like, subscribe, whatever you need to do on that one as well, then that would be amazing. And all that leads me to say is, Becky and Vicky, and myself of course, keep wearing your big brave pants.
We will. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Bye bye.
Clip-clop dreams in a dusty dance. Hooves hit the ground like a brave romance. Through the wire, through the breeze, big brave pants riding with ease. Big brave pants trot to the beat. Step by step, it's a rhythmic feat. Brave and bold, no second glance. Saddle up tight in your big brave pants. Gallop through fields, let the rhythm sway. Every hoofbeat says we'll find our way. Tick-tock, clip-clop, onward we prance. Living the dream in big brave pants.